What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a Godzilla vs. Kong discussion video, but it's more of a Godzilla discussion video overall. Today we are going to be examining the reception to my last video. We're going to be discussing everything and clearing the air a little bit, although there will be spoilers for Godzilla vs. Kong, so if you don't want spoilers for Godzilla vs. Kong, I'd get on out of here because this will be a continuation of the discussion from the last video. I just wanted to say that here at the start so that you knew what this video was, and then we can go from there. I'll just let you guys know, chapter time is in the description below. Skip to whatever you want. We're going to start out by addressing some things that I have noticed from my last video, and one of them is the idea that I'm fuming because of the leaks, right? I've seen a lot of people like, dude, D-Man's gonna be fuming because of these leaks, or D-Man, you're so upset because this got leaked. I don't think you actually watched my last video. I feel like you didn't, because in that last video, I stated that I'm not upset about the leaks. I already knew this information. I already knew, spoiler alert once again, I already knew Mechagodzilla was in the movie. So seeing Mechagodzilla in the figures, it's not that big of a deal for me. Also, and I kind of came to this realization just before recording this, and it is a sad realization, but I did come to this realization. I'm a little bit less upset about the leaks for Godzilla vs. Kong because I'm not as excited for Godzilla vs. Kong as I was for King of the Monsters. Godzilla King of the Monsters was a movie that I had been anticipating for 5 years. I had been building up to it, and everything had been leading to that moment, and it seemed like a surefire success. It seemed like there was no way they could screw it up. It just seemed so perfect to get right, and in my opinion, they got it right. Godzilla vs. Kong has been something that I was excited about initially when they announced it, and then the more time that went on, the more I realized it is the easiest movie to ruin. It's the easiest concept to mess up, and there's not a ton of possibility that in 2020 they're gonna do it right, because it just seems like studios don't have balls anymore. They can't commit to anything anymore. So they have a movie called Godzilla vs. Kong, and they don't have the balls to commit to a movie about Godzilla fighting Kong. Seems like they should have not titled it Godzilla vs. Kong. Seems like the movie should have been titled Destroy All Monsters instead. But you know what? They called it Godzilla vs. Kong, and so that's what we're working with. And I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not as excited about it as I was for King of the Monsters, and I think that's been reflected through the videos I've made about Godzilla vs. Kong. I just haven't had that sense of genuine excitement as I did for Godzilla King of the Monsters. And maybe when the trailer comes out, if it's an awesome trailer, we'll see that change. But at the moment, I don't know. I think the spoilers coming out and me getting things ruined already before the first trailer even comes out, and the delay, and just the possibility of ruining it, and the always ever looming presence of Batman vs. Superman, I don't want to see them do it wrong. I want to see this movie be awesome. King Kong vs. Godzilla is my favorite movie ever. I want to see them do that movie justice. I want to see them do it better than that movie did. I want to see the fight of the century. I want to see the two giant monsters, the two most iconic giant monsters ever, beat each other up on screen, and I want it to be an awesome movie. And I'm just worried that they're going to mess it up, or that something's just going to derail the whole thing, and it's not really going to be about Godzilla fighting Kong. It's going to be about everything else going on. That's not what I want. I know this video is kind of long, but I wanted to film this post segment for a couple reasons. Number one, because I wanted to be clear that I am still excited for Godzilla vs. Kong. Just because I'm not as excited for the movie as I was for King of the Monsters doesn't mean I'm not excited for it. I am, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the movie. It's a rematch between my two favorite giant monsters, my two favorite fictional characters ever, and it's a remake of my favorite movie of all time. So of course I'm excited for it. But I think it's worth talking about that at the moment, my biggest issue with the film is the title. The movie's titled Godzilla vs. Kong, and so that's what we want. That's what we're expecting, is Godzilla and Kong to fight. Had they called it something like Destroy All Monsters, it would be so much more free to explore different creative potentials, and I'd be endlessly more hyped for the movie right now. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla, and Kong in a movie called Destroy All Monsters, I could totally get behind that. But when you call a movie Godzilla vs. Kong, you promise to deliver on one thing, Godzilla and Kong fighting. And anything outside of that, any other factors driving the emotional narrative of the film, any team-ups between the monsters and so on, you just muddle the concept. You make it more convoluted than it needs to be, and you detract from what the title says the movie's about. Without the premise of the movie being focused on Godzilla and Kong's fight, but rather the assurance that this would be the culmination of the MonsterVerse where Godzilla and Kong get to meet each other on screen, you open the door to do whatever you want. Yeah, Godzilla and Kong can still fight. That could totally be the entire plot of the movie. There might not be a team-up. It's just Godzilla and Kong fighting at the end. By calling the movie something else rather than Godzilla vs. Kong, you've now opened the door to do other things in the film as well. You can explore the Hollow Earth, discover new titans, show off the old titans that are returning, resurrect Ghidorah, create Destroya, build mecha titans like Mechagodzilla. Like I said, Godzilla and Kong don't have to team up in this version. They can still fight each other, and that's that. The movie could still be the exact movie that it seems like we're getting, except that this time you have more freedom to play around and do things that you want to do. The pressure is lifted. By titling the movie Godzilla vs. Kong, you limit your scope. Now, by doing anything outside of having the plot be focused on Godzilla and Kong fighting, you're convoluting the original premise of the movie as stated by the title, and you're taking away from the point of the film as a whole. King Kong and Godzilla fighting is a concept that can work. It worked in the 1960s, and it can work today. You may need some extra motivating factors to make it work, maybe an orca to get the two to fight each other, maybe something like that, maybe some human drama to get the two to fight each other, who knows? You can do something interesting with it. But the movie should be focused on Godzilla and Kong. That should be the focus of the movie. It should be focused on King Kong and Godzilla fighting each other. That should be the big climactic point of the movie. After all, that is what the film's titled after. If we have a climax where Godzilla and Kong fight, one beats the other, and then they go on to team up against Mechagodzilla or some other threat, now all of a sudden you've taken away the whole point of the film. Now there was no point in calling it Godzilla vs. Kong. The film now becomes something else. Everything else could have been kept the same. They could have kept all of the same plot, all of the same elements that it seems like we're getting. All they would have had to do was change the title to Destroy All Monsters or something else. In that case, you open the door to something entirely new, and in that case, I would be so much more excited about the movie. So don't get me wrong, I am still excited about the film. I think in execution, they could do it very well. It all depends on the way they pull it off, but at the moment, I just think that it seems like the movie is distracted. By adding someone like Mechagodzilla, you're distracting from the point of the film. I don't know. I just wanted to get this part in the video because I didn't want people to think that I'm not excited for Godzilla vs. Kong or that I'm rooting against the movie or anything like that. I'm still excited for the film. I just wanted to get this little point in here to talk about the slight tweak that I think could have changed everything. I'm just saying right at the start here, I'm not upset about the leaks because I already had this spoiled for me. And once again, I'm just making this clear. Do not spoil anything else for me. You will get blocked, and I will be upset about more leaks. I'm not saying that just because I'm not as excited for this movie, I'm okay with spoilers. What I'm saying is I think they hurt less, but they still hurt. I don't want spoilers. For me, going to the theater and seeing a movie, it's all about the reveal. It's all about the experience in the theater. And when I know everything beforehand, the experience in the theater doesn't have nearly the impact on me as it would have had I not known everything. And I think that was certainly the case with both Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Kong Skull Island. Both movies, for me, suffered because I knew everything going into those films. And Kong, I didn't even have leaks for. Kong was just straight up the trailers spoiling things, right? But with Godzilla, the leaks ruined it. Everyone just leaked everything and ruined the movie for me. This will get me to the thing that I am annoyed about, the thing that I am actually upset about, and that is the reception to what I had to say in my last video. All of the people complaining that I'm some sort of liar and that I'm just this awful YouTuber and that I can't be trusted or respected or whatever. If you think I need to sit here and spoil the movie for you, dropping leaks is what I'm talking about when I say spoilers, because of course, spoiler information will be in the official reveals, and that's what I cover on this channel. I cover things that are revealed officially. Outside of mass wide effect leaks like this one, which no one even knew was a leak until it was too late. Outside of stuff like this, I don't cover leaks. I don't cover plot leaks. I don't cover any of those kind of spoilers. So if people think I need to do that, you're in the wrong place. For everyone saying that I'm super selfish for keeping spoiler information to myself instead of ruining the movies, there's a reason I have a better relationship with the studios than most YouTubers. There's a reason that they look on me more positive than they look on a lot of other YouTubers, and it's because I don't spoil the experience. So from a business perspective, that's one reason I do it. I don't know if that's selfish or just the wise thing to do and the respectful thing to do, because they are the ones making these movies for us. But there's also, on the other side of that, the idea that I shouldn't have known these spoilers in the first place. I just want to make the videos as if I didn't know the spoilers. I just want to pretend that I never got those because leaks ruin the experience, and if I get everything leaked for me, what am I supposed to do? I can't talk about it? Is that how I'm supposed to do it? I'm just supposed to avoid the topic entirely? How does that benefit anybody? And people are saying you're so selfish because you make these videos speculating, knowing that you're going to get ad revenue from it, right? You make the video, what's falling from the sky, because you know you're going to get ad revenue from it. Sure, I mean, from a certain standpoint, yes, that is why I made the video, because I did know I was going to get ad revenue from it, I guess, yes, but it was also because that was a topic that interested me. That was something I wanted to talk about, and it just happened to get spoiled for me. So just because I knew the answer, it doesn't mean I didn't go through the whole same process as if I didn't know the answer. I brought it upon myself by claiming that I was a liar in my last video, right? I did that to myself. I shouldn't have used that word because I'm not lying to you guys. It's not like I'm deliberately misleading you. When I made that video, what's falling from the sky, it was a speculation video. It's not a news video. It wasn't like I was saying, hey guys, I got leaked insider information. This is King Ghidorah's origins in the movie. That didn't happen. I never said that. I don't talk in certainties and absolutes in my speculation videos. I just think that people are taking that out of context and they're just getting upset for the sake of getting upset. It's an interesting situation to me. It is. As you can see, I'm not actually that upset. I find it to be interesting, and that's why I'm making this video, is because I wanted to clear the air in a certain sense. I wanted to talk about everything and get it all out in the open. Anyways, for that video, right? Everyone's saying, you made the video to profit off of. Well, first of all, I sabotaged myself. I did. I shot myself right in the foot, because not only did I know that was Godzilla falling from the sky, but I lean really heavily into that video that it isn't Godzilla falling from the sky. And the reason I do that is because that was my first reaction to the clip. I saw that clip and I went, there's no way it could be Godzilla falling from the sky. I used all the evidence that I had originally come up with as to why that wasn't Godzilla falling from the sky. I didn't make that up after the fact. I used all the evidence. I wrote out the script for that video. Then it got spoiled for me. And then I just proceeded to make the video as if it didn't get spoiled for me. So I don't understand why people would be so upset about that. It's like, I made the video as if I didn't know because I shouldn't have known. And also I will say that I would have made more money in Godzilla King of the Monsters build-up had I had a disregard for the studios. Had I been disrespectful and spoiled stuff, I would have had a much better financial run-up to Godzilla King of the Monsters. I would have made a lot more money. I would have been a lot more trusted if I made videos talking about the spoilers. People would go, okay, this is a guy who will give us leaked information that we can trust. That is what people want, right? That's what people want. So when I make speculation videos, that actually does me harm. So when you call me greedy or selfish about that, that just shows a lack of knowledge on your part. It just shows how ignorant you are about the whole situation. It just shows that you don't quite understand how this all works. It doesn't work the way you think it does. I would make more money if I spoiled things than I do currently. I have integrity. I don't like spoilers. It ruins the experience for me. And I have respect for those people out there who are like me, who don't like spoilers, don't want things ruined. And those are the people I'm making these videos for. If you don't want to watch my speculation videos, then you don't have to watch them. You can go watch my news videos or whatever else. It doesn't really matter. It's not like my speculation videos are doing anybody harm, and it's not like I know everything either, right? It's not like I have all the information. For Godzilla vs. Kong, it's not like I know who wins the fight. It's not like I know what all happens. I don't know the plot of the movie. I don't know who the bad guy in the movie is. I don't know how things are going to play out. I don't know what's going to happen with Mechagodzilla. I don't know anything like that. The fact of the matter is, I knew Mechagodzilla was in the movie. I know a little bit about Mechagodzilla's role in the movie. I have slightly more context as to certain events in the film than the public knows. And when those things get officially revealed, I will be the first to let you guys know. So by the time the movie comes out, you will know everything I know. I'm sure of it. Now let's actually talk about it though. What did I know? I'm fully exposing myself. What did I know about Godzilla King of the Monsters? I had some inside information, right? And that's what a lot of people get mad at me for. They say, well, you have all these insiders and they tell you things and then you can just use that to your advantage. This is what I knew from the insiders leading up to Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I told all of you guys. I let everybody know in my videos. I let everyone know Ghidorah's gonna have rattlesnake tails in the new movie, Mothra's wings are gonna be blue, Rodan is gonna live in a volcano, Monarch has an underwater base, Mark Russell loses a child. I don't think I actually outright said that, but I definitely heavily leaned into that enough to be like, hey guys, Mark Russell loses a kid. I didn't know it was Andrew Russell. I didn't know how the kid died. I just knew that at one point Mark Russell had a kid and now he only has Madison. That's what I knew. So I knew, okay, he probably loses the kid at some point before the movie starts. And then when I was told that there would be a 2014 flashback in the film, I went, okay, that's where he loses the kid. That's gonna be it. That has to be where Mark Russell loses the kid. And then I knew that Mark Russell would spend the movie searching for Emma and Madison Russell. Now let's take a look at this in the context of Godzilla King of the Monsters. We learned about the 2014 flashbacks from the SDCC trailer. We learned that Mark would be searching for Emma and Madison throughout the movie before the SDCC trailer from an interview with Vera Farmiga. We learned that Monarch has an underwater base. It's actually in the first trailer. We have a glimpse of that. We knew that Mothra was blue and Rodan lived in a volcano from the first trailer, the SDCC trailer. And we learned about Ghidorah's rattlesnake tail from that 5-minute IMAX preview that I skipped out on, but a lot of you guys did not skip out on. The only thing we didn't have certainty of was that Mark Russell loses a child. However, almost every single cast member involved with the Russell family, I don't think Millie Bobby Brown said anything about it, but certainly Vera Farmiga and Kyle Chandler hinted to us super duper heavily that Mark Russell and Emma Russell lose a kid, and so we all knew that was going to happen. So I knew nothing that you guys didn't know. And then you guys spoiled things for me. You guys spoiled for me Serizawa's death. You spoiled that for me during the SDCC time period. I knew that right after that trailer came out, you guys told me Serizawa dies. So I knew not only Serizawa's death, but I knew how he died. You guys told me he blew himself up with a nuclear bomb to revive Godzilla, which gave me an indication of where in the movie that will happen and of course why it happens. You guys also spoiled for me that Emma Russell was evil. However, I thought she winds up evil. I didn't think she started the movie evil, so that was a surprise to me. You guys spoiled that it was Godzilla being dropped from the sky. sky a little bit before I made my video on what's dropping from the sky. You guys spoiled what happens. You told me that Ghidorah picks him up and drops him from the sky, so I knew that was going to happen. And then it was spoiled for me that all the Titans would bow down to Godzilla. That was spoiled for me. I don't remember when that one was spoiled for me. And then Ghidorah losing his head, that I guess was in one of the trailers. I'm not sure which trailer or TV spot. It was in a TV spot that I skipped out on. I've been told that that was in a TV spot or whatever. Most of this stuff, though, you knew from the trailers anyways. We figured out that Serizawa died from the trailer using context clues. Emma being evil was shown to us in trailers and TV spots. Ghidorah losing his head, I guess, was in one of the TV spots that I missed. Godzilla being dropped from the sky was shown to us in trailer 3 when we outright saw that it was Godzilla. The Titans bowing to Godzilla is the only thing that was spoiled for me that we didn't know was going to happen, and I didn't mention anything about that. I didn't make a theory video about the Titans bowing to Godzilla. I didn't do anything like that. I kept that one to myself because I didn't want to know what the last shot of the movie was, and y'all told me. And so it's like, also at the end of the day, you guys know more about this stuff than I do, because most of you guys look into the leaks. Most of you guys look into the spoilers and you ruin it for yourselves, and then you ruin it for me. So there really isn't anything to be upset with me about just because I'm not talking about the leaks. I'll still talk about all that spoiler information when I review the movie. So it's like, I don't quite understand what you want from me. You want me to validate your existence by talking about the things you spoiled for me? I'm not going to do that. Or for Godzilla vs. Kong, you're upset with me because I have slightly more context than you. You're going to get that context too once the ads start. I promise you. The things I know are not in-depth spoilers at all. They are very surface level, and most people have figured all of them out by now anyways. I'm just not saying it until it's officially revealed. There was so much backlash to it that I found to be quite interesting, and so I decided that I'd make a video talking about it, clearing the air a little bit, and letting people know where I stand on everything so that you guys don't have to worry about it. Again, in my speculation videos in the future, I'll be a little bit more transparent on if I have some more information on this stuff, as I have been in the past few months. I mean, I have tried to let you guys know, hey, I know a little bit more about this topic than I'm talking about in this video. I've done that multiple times throughout the past few months. So you can't get mad at me about Godzilla vs. Kong. That just shows you not paying attention to my video more so than it shows me being some mischievous little rascal. I don't know. Whatever, guys. I just wanted to get this video out there so that you know that I'm not some sort of murderer and I didn't do something terribly wrong like the comment section might lead you to believe. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. D-Man out.